Hi, my name is Dave C. Wright. I'm 20. Oh my God, I'm 26 years old. I just had a birthday, so it's weird saying it. I'm 26 years old, going on 27, and my occupation is a improviser and musician, clearly, inspirer, composer, writer, poet, novelist, and most importantly, lover. I also work with dogs, part-time. On the banjo, I make mostly instrumental because I can't sing and play at the same time because it's very difficult to do. Well, one day maybe, but I play instrumental on folksy, bluegrassy stuff. Some old tunes. This is an old tune. That's not that was a wrong version of an old tune. But on the ukulele, I play mostly comedic songs on the uke. Me and a friend of mine were in a band called the Irrelevants, and he plays the guitar, and we do a lot of improvisation, musical stuff. So yeah, uke and banjo, and then a couple of little things here and there. Well, I also have a YouTube channel, Dave in the Tub. It's exactly what you think it is. And I actually thought of that. I was about a year ago. This is a great story. A year ago, I had nothing to do one day, and I said, I'm going to be creative. I'm going to be creative. I'm going to make something magical. And I had writer's block, banjo block, uke block, all kinds of block, all day. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't think of anything. I couldn't write anything. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to do what any 25-year-old straight man would do, and I'm going to clear my mind, and I'm going to draw myself a bath. So I did so, and I got a chair, and I put the chair outside of my bathtub so I could put my laptop, so if I think of anything, I can quickly, jot it down. Still nothing. I'm sitting naked in my bathtub at my mother's home, trying to write something, thinking this is where I am, this is me. So I don't know what my incentive was for this, but I turned on my webcam, so I just saw me, chest up, naked in the tub, for some reason, and the first thing that come out of my mouth was, "Hi, welcome to Dave in the Tub. I'm your host, Dave, and this is my tub." And I kind of chuckled, and I thought that's pretty silly. And then I said, "Light bulb, this could be really silly." So a year later, I'm putting up YouTube videos of me naked in my tub, doing a bunch of random silly things. Wednesdays at 9. I guess with music, I don't really have much of a goal. Music's just always been around. My grandfather taught me my first 3 chords in the uke when I was 8 or 9, and his mom taught him. So the ukulele has been around for a while. So I guess one goal would be to eventually teach my son, whether adopted or not, to teach the uke. I guess that would be a good thing. And then if I'm sterile, then I'm going to try to teach my dog, but that might be a little more difficult because of opposable thumbs. What am I talking about? Why do I always do this? Why can't I just answer a question, in not a strange way? This is so strange. Okay, interesting question, Taylor, that you bring that up. I don't know, truthfully. I just enjoy playing music. It's always been fun for me. I never really have had a goal. This is the first time that I had actually started writing music and putting it out for the world to see. And now I'm too boring. It's either really boring, like who is this guy? I don't care, or what is this guy's problem? And how many pills does he take a day? No matter what, there's something wrong. That's a good question, Taylor. Music is a really fun thing to do. Okay, when it comes down to it, music is fun, and I like playing the banjo. I've always loved the banjo. I've really much enjoyed playing the uke, and I think that it's a fun instrument. Really much fun playing the uke. Okay, now this is the real one. This is the real take. The Latin word for music is... No, damn it! Okay, no. What's the question again? My all-time favorite moment, music-making moment, was there's a lot of M's. I went up to Oregon for a family reunion, and we did a camp. We camped in this beautiful forest in the middle of the woods in Oregon, right along this river, really nice, like clear as day river. And I brought my banjo, and I brought a box full of instruments that I had purchased or I'd found laying around the house, like a little egg shaker and like a washboard and a melodica, which is like this piano that you stick a plastic tube in and blow in it that makes a noise, and it kind of sounds like an accordion almost. What else? Like a triangle and a couple of just random harmonica, a couple of random things, washboard, yeah. And I had my trailer, a 1971 little 13-foot travel trailer that I brought up, drove all the way up to Oregon with my Jeep, and we had a good time, family reunion, but I recorded a lot of the time, and I recorded by the river, and I recorded in the trailer, and it was just a really cool experience doing that in the middle of the woods. And you can actually find what I had made that on SoundCloud. You can find what I made, and you can find actually online this EP that I had made that I'm talking about. It's called Goodbye Fancy, and it's 5 tracks, and it's just instrumental, folksy, bluegrass stuff. It's on SoundCloud. You can find it on SoundCloud, www.soundcloud.com/Dave-C-Wright, I think, but we'll have a link. So you can find that, and all of that was recorded in the woods, in the Oregonian woods. And that's probably my favorite thing. I always had a black coffee or some whiskey, and I would record. It was great. My first choice, I guess, would be just black coffee. I drink a lot of black coffee. It also kind of makes me feel like, a cool artist. My second would be whiskey, just neat, some nice George Dickel, or maybe some wild turkey if I don't have a lot of money. That makes me, I don't know, there's something about whiskey that's kind of inspiring. It kind of takes me back to another time almost, especially when I'm playing the banjo. I like, whenever I'm trying to think of, new melodies or new tunes, I'll have a glass of whiskey. But I just enjoy whiskey in general. But it kind of kickstarts your brain, kind of like coffee does, but almost in a worse way. You drink it and you feel all good, You feel a little sexy when you're drinking whiskey. We need to stop. My third favorite drink to drink when I'm, trying to create is chocolate milk, because I don't really need an explanation for chocolate milk. A lot of chocolate in the milk. So let's wrap it up. I'd probably have to say Theodore Roosevelt, because he had a cool mustache. He had a lot of pretty rockin' ideas, and he was a cool cowboy. And in high school, I tried to bring back the Bull Moose Party, which was his political affiliation party, and I didn't. I couldn't bring it back. But Teddy Roosevelt, I think, would be the number one. He's just he's literally the badass president. Like that's who Teddy was. So I would love to be Teddy Roosevelt. Two come to mind. Two of my favorite, most inspirational comedians, musicians, whatever. Steve Martin is one. I've always been a fan of Steve Martin. I have all of his albums, whether they were his comedic, stand-up or his bluegrass albums, are really great. You should check those out. But Steve Martin, definitely, he really revolutionized, I think, stand-up comedy, and in the '70s. And he had such a very unique, very interesting style, and I just love it. And he's just, he's great. And he's been around for so long, and he has, and you could read his book, Born Standing Up, which is amazing. I've read it many times. So Steve Martin is one. Kermit the Frog is another, and I'm actually very serious. Kermit is great. Kermit plays the banjo like Steve. He's a comedian like Steve. He got a whole group of Muppets together and made a show, and it's called The Muppet Show, and it's very good. But Kermit the Frog is actually very and you can read his book too. It Ain't Easy Being Green, which is an actual thing. So Kermit the Frog and Steve Martin. I guess you can go deeper into say that probably Jim Henson then I guess would be as far as like humans go. But I'm just gonna stick with Kermit the Frog. I lived in Chicago for almost 3 years when I was in my early 20s, and it is an amazing city. There is a pizza, a deep dish pizza from Chicago, that I'm thinking about it right now, and I can't finish this sentence because it is the best pizza in the world. Oh, I finished the sentence though, so that's good. It reminded me, when I was in Chicago, I was at the Second City Training Center, in which I graduated and got a t-shirt for doing so. So a lot of that time in Chicago was spent kind of discovering who I was as an artist and comedian and so on and so forth. So whenever I think of that deep dish pizza, the taste and the smell, I think of, like, you know, what I had to do to get where I am now. And, you know, the Second City was, you know, the best place that I could be for an improviser. I mean, it's the best, you know, place to learn improvisation. So, you know, there was that, and it was when I first started playing the banjo, and I took classes at the Old Town School of Folk Music in Chicago, which was founded by Pete Seeger, a very talented folk musician, may he rest in peace. And that's where I learned the banjo. That's where I learned, you know, really advanced improvisational technique, and I really grew as an artist when I was in Chicago. That, and it's like the best city in the country. So yeah, definitely deep dish pizza. Lou Malnati's deep dish pizza. Giordano's kind of, not Genovese. I mean, I guess if, like, you know, years down the line, and I'm lost from this world, and some guy turns to another guy and says, "Hey, you remember that guy?" And that other guy was like, "Yeah." That's good enough for me, I think. There's really nothing, you know, how I would want to be remembered, because I don't really think too much in the future, especially with me dying. It's very morbid. But I mean, ultimately, like, as long as I made a few people laugh, and as long as I turned a few ladies on, damn it, I'm sorry. As long as I made a few people laugh, and that's it, then that's good enough for me, I think. So, yeah, and I think I've done that, right? So, I mean, I could die right now, and it would be okay. It's 11:40, right? Now it's 11:40. So, what is this? I don't know. I don't know. I've never realized that I've had a difficulty like ending things. I'm gonna let's the next question. I'm actually gonna end it. The pizza one I ended. Taylor, I ended the pizza one pretty well. That was like 2 minutes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you to my friends and family for supporting me. You can go on YouTube.com and put in a / and then Dave in the tub, and you can see me naked in a bathtub if that tickles your fancy. That'll be in a link below or whatever. You can check out my SoundCloud. Oh, here's something. At the end of this month of August, I will release a comedic musical album. It's mostly ukulele, but it's a lot of silly stuff, so keep an eye out for that. That'll be on the same SoundCloud as the banjo EP is, so check that out. You can always check out The Irrelevance Instagram. It's just at The Irrelevance. We do a lot of fun stuff. What else can I plug? I'm trying to think of anything else that I do. Make sure to keep in contact with 48 Hours Productions. They do a lot of fun stuff. Thank you to 48 Hours Productions, I think they're Bradley, for letting me do this and ruin her morning. And I think that's about it. Make sure to subscribe. Dave in the tub. Okay, I'm done. Yes, I'm done. Y'all have a good night. Have a good night. And don't forget, have a good night. Oh, but it's 11:40 in the afternoon. It's a bad time. Taylor, are you still recording? Oh, hi. My name is Dave C. Wright, and this is Annabelle, and this song is called Don't Trump Me, and it's about Donald Trump. Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, don't Trump me. Here's another song that I like to call Don't Rudy My Giuliani. Don't Rudy my Giuliani, Rudy Giuliani. another song that I like to call X-Day on the Nixon-A. Watergate, 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 baby. Here's another song. Can you please stop recording so I can stop? I like these 25, not even 25 second, 15-second songs about people, political people. This is it. I'm done. I'm just gonna stop talking now. Al Gore. Cut it! It's a